In today's video, I bought a ton of rare Thomas & Friends merchandise that I'll be showing to you all. First, I'll showcase all the new unboxed items I've bought over the years, and then I'll be unboxing this huge package full of super rare TOMY Thomas items. Let's start with our first batch, which contains TOMY, new unboxed Erdl, and even a couple of books. Let's get straight into it. Our first item of the day is a collectible that I just could not resist getting. As some of you may know, SC Ruffy, or Scruffy, is my favorite character in the entire show. So when I saw my favorite character in my favorite line, new in box for a reasonable price, I couldn't resist. I have more than enough out of box, so this guy will be staying on display. On the back, you can see a bunch of TOMY characters that were being sold at the time, which just makes this piece even cooler. I've always liked collecting rare TOMY boxes, and I just think the designs are so cool, so I'm super glad I got this guy. Our first of two Erdl models, we have one of the most infamous engines in the show, Smudger. A funny story about this and our next Erdl model, I actually got some of these at a local flea market kind of store, and the guy who had them on display had a little number that you could text for questions or whatnot. So I text the guy and I asked if he has any more Thomas stuff, and he's like, yep. So I follow up and ask to see if he has any pictures or anything of the sort, and the guy just ghosted me. I even followed up on that original response, so I'm not entirely sure what the guy's issue was. Anyways, I got this Smudger for pretty cheap, and I've always found him as a pretty interesting character. I might give this guy away in the future, but for now, he'll be in the collection. So you guys remember the TOMY book that I got a while back, right? Well, I got two more of them. The first one is actually a wooden railway book. I've always loved Thomas Wooden Railway, but hey, it's already costly enough to collect and cover one range of Thomas merchandise, let alone two. This is a pretty cool item though. It's in the same format as the other book, going over characters, then showing you sets you can make. This one does also feature a page with all the characters you can get, which is pretty cool. The other book we got is a newer, updated Playroll version. It has tons of new engines and is filled with a bunch of updated TOMY products. This one also has some sets in the back that you can build, so if you guys want a video of me building those, let me know down below. Also, let me know if you want full videos going over these books, because I'd love to read them in full. Going over the first one was really fun, so comment down below. Do you want to see me read another book? Our second TOMY item and our first out-of-box item, we have this ultra rare blue troublesome truck. Now, there is a difference between this truck and the other one that Stanley pulls. This one has silver beams on the sides, while Stanley's one is just pure blue. I saw this on eBay a few months back, and I don't think the seller realized how rare it was, so I had to scoop it up. I am, of course, a huge troublesome truck fan, so I won't hesitate to pick one up if it's at a steal price. This truck was a part of an ultra rare 4-part set, which featured this truck, a raspberry tanker, a green truck, and an express coach. Let's put some track together and run this truck around. Now that you've gotten a good look at this guy, let's move on to our second to last item, featuring our good friend, Oliver. Here we have another Erdl, this time being Oliver. Got him from the same place as Smudger, but this one is a bit older. I absolutely love the drawing on top, and it's probably the best part of this item. On the back, you can even see how they wanted you to cut it off and collect it. This guy's an absolute gem, and again, another item that I might give away in the future. Now, it's time to unbox this package that I received. It's filled with all kinds of awesome TOMY merchandise. First up, here's some unboxing ASMR. First up, we have 3 troublesome vans. These bad boys are actually surprisingly rare, so when I saw the opportunity to grab 3 for a good price, I wasn't going to pass it up. The condition of the 3 vary, with one of them being noticeably worse off. I don't mind though, worst comes to worst, I'll clean them up. After that, we have 2 different Thomas models, with one of them being a super great condition shocked variant. I saw this a lot of too, and even though I'm not too interested in having another white running board regular face Thomas, the shocked face is extremely cool. I cannot wait to incorporate the shock Thomas into custom sets or whatever types of videos I might create. A super worthwhile get. We move on to a less exciting but still essential rolling stock that I've been in dire need of for a while. I finally got a TOMY brake van, and these guys were extremely scarcely produced. I believe the one I have was featured in a 3-pack with Stepney back in the day, but I could be wrong. I'm so hyped to be able to make these long trains and finally put a proper brake van at the end. A 10 out of 10 model. Our next item is a very interesting one that I simply could not pass by. Here, we have what I believe are Trenino Thomas playing cards. I genuinely cannot find any information on this besides like the surface level stuff, so I can't give you a bunch more info than the stuff that I see here. There are dice on the bottom of the cards, and I imagine they do something. One super cool thing is that this Thomas card looks like an old school holo Pokemon card. That thing is absolutely gorgeous. This little set of cards is so awesome, and I live for these cool, niche, lesser known Thomas merch. Next up, we have a more normal item. Not much more to say than we just have Salty and a couple of troublesome trucks. One of the trucks did come with a really interesting cargo load. It was a mismatched Sodor China clay. One of the pieces is more white while the other is more gray. I am fairly sure that these are supposed to be China clay, but you guys can let me know down below if I'm wrong. I wanted an extra Salty because I do have a good idea for a possible custom. I've never created a custom engine, so I'm gonna have to really lock in if I want to make one of those. And finally, our last item of the day is probably our most exciting. I pulled the trigger and finally decided to get my first ever Tommy Gordon. This guy's an absolute beast. He's in incredible condition and runs quite well. I've needed Gordon for custom sets for a long time now, so now we have so many more potential sets to make with this guy. The coach he comes with is also in really nice condition, so I'm super happy with this purchase. Let's make a little layout so I can show you guys all the stuff that I've got. Now it's your guys' turn. I want you to go in the comments and let me know your dream Thomas and Friends merchandise. It could be from any toy line, could be rare, not rare, expensive, or pretty affordable. For me personally, an item that I've always wanted since I can remember even being alive was the Thomas Wooden Railway Troublesome Brake Van. I remember being a kid and reading somewhere that you could get them in Aldi in, of course, the 1990s, and I recall for whatever reason begging my parents to go to Aldi, hoping that somehow I'd find a troublesome brake van just sitting there in like the early 2010s. He isn't extremely expensive nor rare, I just haven't seen a good enough opportunity to get one. The troublesome brake van is certainly my dream Thomas merchandise. Let me know yours in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.